Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to My Life on Paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. I am playing along with All About That Bass with Ginger's Corner and all of her friends. And this is base page number 10. I am doing pictures of my daughter's honeymoon, which I think will go into an album for her. I am using papers and die cuts from Bombay Sunset from Kaiser Craft. And I have used all the paper up. I just have some of the die cuts left. And I'm going to go through those die cuts. And then once I figure out kind of what I want to use and what I don't want to use, I'm going to then go into my color boxes and grab out some orange, some pink, and some um, kind of tealy turquoise color stuff. There's a lot of wordy bits with these die cuts. I know I do not need that many. So I'm going to weed out some right away. Now, those are Nicole Jones 911 printables, and I am going to use those. And I've got some washi tape, and I've got some other florals. That is some arrows from my stash. Um, and I'm just gathering out things right now that I think might, kind of go with this collection. Not that I'm planning on using everything, just the possibilities. And I'm looking for things that'll layer onto these flowers. Um, I don't find these flowers the easiest to use, but I think they work very good on this page. Now, the page already does have some florals on it, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of putting a lot of florals on a page. The pink that you see there is from Close to My Heart. The flowers on top are Nicole Jones 911 printables. And then I have little orange flowers to go on top. And then I grab out some orange brads. I'm like getting all the good stash out. I'm going to use my pokey tool to put a hole right through there so I can thread those brads through. I only have two round orange brads, so I'm going to use one square one for the middle of the flower. So with base page number 10, I am halfway through and I'm just so excited to do the next 10. Uh Probably tomorrow I will have posted, maybe even today yet. I will have posted the next 5 base pages that I'll put together and then start going from there and adding embellishments. There's a playlist list below and for this series, as well as listing everybody separately with their channels. So go check them out. I found two of those turquoise flowers. I had a whole bunch of the pink ones, but to keep kind of with odd numbers, I stuck with three. And that might be the end of my pink flowers in that size. Or not the Nicole Jones 911, but the Close to My Heart that are underneath them. So it works out well for me. Also, I think that's the end of my orange brads because I'm going to use the last square one that I have in a tag, and you'll see that in a bit. So I'm going to glue those pictures down. And then I will go to move the flowers around, I think. So I have these two things. I'm not sure where they're from. One says Good Vibes, and the other one says Moonbeam Dreams, and they're both in those colors, so I figure I gotta use those. I'll move those flowers to get them into like two clusters. Um, I You could kind of call this a diagonal design. And then here's the washi, but I'm not gonna run it all the way through under the paper, so I'll tuck it on the left-hand side and then put it on the right-hand side. This makes for a pretty heavy page with all those stacked flowers on it. And there's a little, I wouldn't say a lot of bulk, but to people that really like flat layouts, it does have a little bit of bulk to it. I am not afraid of bulk in my layouts. I don't do it on every page, but I do use like Flair that gives it a little bit of bulk and things like that. So it does probably lead to me having more albums because you can't get as many pages into an album, but um, I do I do scrapbook to be creative, um, as well as to share my story, so I don't mind the bulk at all. Okay, so these are Nicole Jones 911 tags, and I don't want to place them like between the two photos like that where you can see like just the end of the tag hanging out. So I'll mess around a little bit with these trying to find a different spot for them. That little flower that I put up, the white one up in the left corner, is a chipboard flower that I got from some kind of collection. The cameras are Nicole Jones 911 printables, and then these are like little planner stickers, and like they look like petals to me. So I've collected these into my color boxes. So I've been trying to get them out with these layouts I've been doing. So that's gonna go into one of my flowers as like petals. I uh I will glue these down. So I got a little kind of like banner thing going up in this right hand corner. I'm going to use one of those planner stickers to go under good vibes just because I can to get it out of my stash, and then, it doesn't have to get put away again. I found pink stars that are also part of those planner stickers, and I'm going to get one to each of the clusters as well. And I do use some foam adhesive. I use liquid glue to get most of the layers together of the flowers, but then I do use foam adhesive, I think on all of them, to get them adhered down to the page. Those arrows are something that was made on the Cricut, and each of those flowers have 4 layers. Um, I just, it sounds weird, but I'm so excited to get these things out of my stash and onto my pages. I keep saying it, but um, and then too, that allows me, once I get some stuff out of my stash, it allows me to feel better about if I want to go and buy something new. The label, the pink label at the bottom there, that is a Nicole Jones 911 printable. And here's where I take and I'm just going to do it on this one flower. I'm going to take these petally looking things and layer them onto this flower. Tomorrow I will be playing along with Iron Crafter series, and the mystery item is sequins. So I'll be using sequins, and I think I'm going to try to combine that with a base page because it should be an easy thing to do. Take one of these base pages and make a layout and add some sequins. Tomorrow is Friday, so that means it's also mixed media mayhem. I haven't decided if that's something I should be able to also combine that. Um, the recipe is for acrylic paint, metallic, and stamp. So I should be able to roll those all into one, but we will see. All right, so here I am with the tag trying to figure out where the best place is to put this. I want to use the two of them, and I want them to look like it's part of the layout, not like an afterthought, even though it seems to be an afterthought. So I'm going to try them in various spots on the layout after I get these florals and the arrow glued down. That scallop punch is sitting on my desk for the whole video. I used it on the last layout, but it's there for inspiration in case I thought I needed it. So those tags, I kind of wanted to overlap them with something, have them touching something to make them look more of like they belong on the layout. I have that bright pink or fuchsia twine that I'm going to put into the tags. Oh, this is where I use the last orange brad. It is square, and I put it kind of on its side so it's more like a diamond, and I will just kind of string that twine in there. Um, I don't even, yeah. So, but still trying to figure out where they belong. So their final resting place is underneath the flowers on the left-hand side. And I do, like I said, try to get them tucked in, and they're touching the photo. They're touching the flowers up on top so they look like like they belong there. And that is a little space for Jillian and her new husband Nick to do some journaling of this food they were eating on their honeymoon. When I get that um, the camera tucked in there, you're barely going to see the brad, and then a camera in that cluster. I've already got a camera on the top cluster. I am going to use this pink um, love That's going to be my title, and that will be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and please come back and see me again tomorrow.